Well, anyway, I don't know if Connor's never did any gigs with Attila the Stockbroker, but Connor needs to go to Brighton and play at Attila's festival, and this is, and Attila's going to like you, and you'll like him. I don't know if you know him or have heard him. This is a poem he wrote based on reading too many of the tabloid newspapers in Britain. In Britain, they still have tabloid newspapers. I don't know about here, but in the U.S., we don't do newspapers anymore. We just have tabloid TV. Nobody can read anymore, but they still have tabloid newspapers. And they say their planet's dying, that soon it's gonna blow. They're coming here. They say they've nowhere else to go. With their strange computer voices and their one eye on a pole, they're moving in next door, and then they're signing on the dole. Asylum-seeking Daleks are landing here at noon. Why can't we simply send them back or stick them on the moon? It says here in the Daily Mail, they're moving in to stay. The loony lefties let them in. The middle class will pay. They claim that they're not terrorists. That doesn't wash with me. The last time I saw one, I hid weeks behind the settee. Good Lord, they're pink with purple bumps. There's photos of them here. Not just extraterrestrial. The fucking things are queer. Yes, homosexual dialects. And they're sponging off the state with huge Arts Council grants to teach delinquents how to skate. It's all here in the paper. I better tell the wife, for soon they will exterminate our British way of life. This satire on crass ignorance and tabloid-fostered fear is at an end. Now let me make one message, loud and clear. Golf course, shop floor, or BNP, smash bigotry and hate. Asylum seekers, welcome here. You racists, emigrate.
Yeah!
So, well, let's see. I don't know. This is, I'll do this. I don't know what Connor was drinking, but there's sometimes it could have been somebody else yesterday, last week, who knows? But the microphone does have a certain scent to it, and I was thinking of, but it's a pleasant scent. I mean, it's not bad, but there are other microphones in the world that I've encountered, and there was one particular microphone in Denmark that inspired me to verse, and I'll tell you about it. The House of the People was built in 1898. In Danish, that's Folketshus. It was a union hall, first rate. In the 1970s, it fell into disrepair, and in 82, it got squatted by punks with spiky hair. It became a punk rock social center and left-wing to the core. Since I first came to Copenhagen, I did shows there by the score. But the first time that I played there, I was nearly felled by the most disgusting microphone I have ever smelled. As I approached the mic stand and took in a deep breath, I was overpowered by the rotting stench of death. I managed to recover and make it through this set, but if there's a stinkier mic than that one, I haven't smelled it yet. Between anarchists and government, it's not an easy dance, and when a Christian sect bought Ungdomshuset, the state jumped at the chance. The cops landed on the roof in the middle of the night, filled the place with tear gas, and geared up for a fight. Masked workers came from Poland. They were taken to that spot, and guarded by police, they then destroyed the squat. But as the smoke was rising, I thought, well, at least that really stinky microphone would be thankfully deceased. And as the smoke was rising, I thought about those nights, a room packed full of nose rings glittering in the lights, everybody smoking all kinds of different things, and the stinkiest mic through which I've ever tried to sing. There were weekly demonstrations with kids about to lose it. They said the government took our building, give us a new Ungdomshuset. There were protests, there were riots, there were burning barricades, there were politicians looking on at the mess they'd made. 30 squatters were in prison, and when I was back in town, we went there to visit at the edge of Copenhagen. I got on the sound truck, and I began to strum, and I was suddenly accosted by the smell of someone's unwashed bum. It was then I realized, without a single doubt, that microphone had been rescued. Someone had gotten it out. Here it was before me, a reminder of the past, before cops and helicopters came and filled the place with gas. After quite a lot of struggle, the kids got another squat. And the punks are back in Denmark, whether you like it or not. It's a movement that inspired folks wherever they may be. For example, in Malmö, just across the Baltic Sea, where someone opened a museum to recall struggles far and near, where sitting on a shelf I observed with cheer a thing so noxious and repulsive that it took my breath away. The world's most offensive microphone was now Exhibit A. That mic had been retired and was now beyond rebuke after years of service amid the cigarettes and puke, and it should surely have a place, perhaps you feel the same, if someday someone opens the Punk Rock Hall of Fame.